Hello everyone, welcome back to True Oracle Tarot. This reading is for the sign of Cancer for December 2025. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you feel connected to this reading or know anyone who may need to hear this message. Also, it helps the algorithm push the video out to reach others. Thank you. So today, Cancer, we're going to do your reading in 3 parts, which is general overview is the first, then money, then love. This is like from the general is more like for personal growth. So, and then I will finish it off with a cosmic energy card. I hope everyone's doing well. Okay, I'm gonna pull 7 cards. Queen of Cups is the first card. 3 of Cups. Hermit. Nine of Wands. Temperance. And this is my Hermetic deck. If anyone wanted to know, the Devil. I've had this one for a long time. And 4 of Pentacles. All right. Here's the Queen of Cups, Cancer. You know, it's telling you to use your compassion for the month of December. You know, your compassion, your emotional depth, and your instincts, okay? You know, the Queen of the Cups is also telling you to develop your emotional intelligence. You know, continue on your path, Cancer. You know, to personal growth. And you know, nurture yourself and others also. You know, offer help or an understanding to someone in need, especially, you know, during around this time. I mean, we should be doing that as human beings, always, every day, right? But around this time, there will be people that will need your help, okay? And also, you know, have emotional, which is a part of emotional awareness, right? You know, emotional awareness plays a crucial role in emotional intelligence, right? Communicate your feelings clearly also to others, perhaps a connection or people around you. Also, times is tough for everyone. People need to know that, you know, there's people or someone out there that cares and would be around to give a helping hand if necessary. All right, you know, and communicating your emotions also is important because people are not mind readers, right? No one knows how another person really feels, right? You have to divulge that information. You have to let them know, you know. And also navigate if you're having any difficulties. Also navigate through your difficulties by using your emotions, okay, as a guide, okay. And also at this time, set your personal boundaries. You know, there may be, you know, some people pushing the boundary issue, but you know, set your boundaries. Let people know, look, this is, you know, as far as you go. Don't infringe on my space and my emotional well-being. You know, and also, you know, understand also with other people around you at this time in December, and you know, empathize with them. There's a lot of things going on in the world, and some people may just need a smile, you know, or a helping hand, or you know, or someone to just talk to, you know. And also make better decisions, that lead to positive feelings, is what the Queen of Cups is also saying, okay? It's an important card. And then you have the Three of Cups, which is, according to this card, is the Lord of Abundance. Okay? The Three of Cups is a card of celebration, right? If a celebration of friends, family, friendship, happy gatherings, happiness, it is around the holidays. So there will be a lot of that. The happiness as a group, birthdays too also. It's a time for togetherness and joy and, joys of life, sharing. We're all in the hustle and bustle every day. Take a step back and enjoy the holidays with your family and friends and your significant other. Okay? It'll also strengthen your sense of belonging, like community. That's one of the things that sometimes a lot of societies lack, is a sense of community. Okay, so, it will strengthen your belonging and uplift your spirit at this time, because we all need that, right, from time to time. Kind of brings us down to reality and let us know that we're part of something bigger than ourselves, and it's good for community support too, just not by you, but by others. Your growth is also fueled by celebrating your achievements also, and shared joy, joyful moments with your families, with others. However, the Hermit here is asking you, or is telling you actually, to use your wisdom and take some time, take a step back, do some inner introspection, some look inside yourself, take some time alone, reflect, because it's important at this time for personal for your personal growth. Okay, sometimes we need to take the year is concluding, and we need to take some time and look towards 2026 and set our goals. Okay, and also it improves your understanding of yourself. Okay, and the journey inward would also clarify any confusion you might have about yourself or your life paths or your future goals. All right, and here's the Knight of Wands, Lord of great strength. It is about your resilience. It is about resilience, and determination. The Knight of Wands is about the importance of pushing through obstacles, right? There's always something, going on that we need to, that helps us grow, right? Grow. Life can't be smooth. Okay, there's little humps and bumps that helps us become stronger people. Your growth comes from embracing your challenges, right, and recognizing your strengths, and using past experiences also to build your resilience. Stay committed, Cancer, even when things seem a bit tough. Okay, and here you arrive at the Temperance. Okay, it's also reconcilers. The Temperance card is about balance and harmony. All right, your personal development. Again, another personal development card. It will thrive in an environment with balance. Okay, the Temperance card is directing you to blend your diverse character, your life diverse characteristics of to help you to strive, you know, to achieve your goals. All right, but everything is in moderation, okay? Moderation to force, to foster a peaceful existence for yourself. Everyone was, balanced to have some sort of peace in their lives, in their everyday. And here's the devil, the Lord of the Gates of Matter. The devil card represents temptation, greed, and unhealthy attachments. Card is also instructing you to break free of your limitations, right? Sometimes we limit ourselves because we're holding on too tight to certain things, or we may have some vices that's just taking up too much time or too much of our money. Okay, so break free of that. The card is also urging you to identify and confront your dependencies and issues you may have. Dependencies doesn't mean, drugs or something like that. It could be anything. Spending too much time on social media, spending too much time playing, games, spending too much time gossiping even. It's whatever fits into your life. It's different for everybody. So recognize them, see what you're doing wrong. Perhaps you scroll too much, or just spending too much even. Take a step back at this time, okay, and identify these behaviors that may be limiting you. We lay in bed and we're scrolling through. Next thing you know, 2 hours pass by. So, learn to stop. Learn to when to, to end a behavior that's negative. Okay, and wean off bad habits. Take a step forward to liberate yourself. Okay, from that's hindering your personal objectives. Scrolling at bed can limit your personal objectives. Why? Because you need to have X amount of sleep and you need to get up at a certain time. So that's limiting. So here's the Four of Pentacles, Lord of Earthly Power. So the Four of Pentacles is about stability and security and control over one's material possessions, money, whatever it is that you're holding on to. It could be stock, crypto. You're holding on too tight, by the way, is what the Four of Pentacles is saying. Sometimes you need to let go, control at this time. Okay, Cancer, let go, control. Sometimes we hold on too tight. Although stability is important, the card is also warning you against attachments to material possessions. Okay, sometimes that attachment can turn toxic. Okay, your growth involves finding balance. All right, Cancer, between security and freedom. You could be limiting your own freedom by holding on to your pentacles too tight. Freedom to enjoy your life, could be penny pinching also. Take a step back, consider what you're holding on to and whether it serves your personal evolution. Okay, so that is your personal growth. We're gonna go to money. I know a lot of people want to hear about money. I've been getting questions about different money situations at this time. Yeah. Sorry. I just dropped some. Just give it a little shuffle. Feel free, if you have any questions, you can drop me a comment, or it's fine. Okay. You have the Hierophant. It's your first card. The Moon. Three of Wands. Six of Wands. Two of Cups. Queen of Cups. And the Seven of Wands. That's interesting. So starting with the Hierophant. Okay. The Hierophant is taking a traditional approach to your finances. Okay. This card also indicates, the value of seeking advice from established institutions, might be a financial advisor or someone in authority of your financial matter. Could be a tax person or, a tax lawyer, something like that. It may also point towards adhering to established financial practices. Again, ethics in your money management. It's what's that's discussing. And here you are at the Moon. Okay, you arrive at the Moon. The Moon represents uncertainty and confusion. So perhaps this is, bringing up the Moon card. It's which represents what you're going through right now, uncertainty and confusion regarding financial matters. All right, Cancer. It also, you sheds light on hidden challenges, right? What's in the dark, right? You have the moonlight, okay? And, even in the darkness, the moon sheds light on certain things we can't see, okay? Or might be challenging at this time. It's hidden challenges, and it could be some kind of potential maybe a deception of some sort around your finances. If you have someone managing your money, take a good look at your statements, question everything. Trust your intuition also is, and your financial decisions, as don't second guess yourself, okay? And don't let others make you or provoke that in you. As things may not seem what they are. There may be something hidden going on. So like I said, take a look at your statements, question everything. All right. It advise caution also, okay? Again, investigate, take a look at your financial commitments too at this time. Is there things that you really need to be committed to? Is there things that you can potentially cut out that is not necessary at this time? The card is a powerful tool, right? The tarot card is a powerful tool, for spiritual guidance and self-reflection, okay? The Hierophant and the Moon in combination together, are two of the most enigmatic and powerful cards in the tarot deck, okay? And when they appear together in a reading, it can be a sign of a powerful spiritual lesson or challenge ahead for you, because you're going to arrive at the three of Wands, okay? And the Three of Wands signifies expansion, growth in financial actions. Pay attention to planning for the future also. The card is also informing you that, your past work is also, your past hard work is also paying off, okay? Or it's going to start to pay off. And, however, be open to exploring new opportunities as well. If you're an investor, it's a positive sign, for business investments also. And here's the Six of Wands. Okay. The Six of Wands is about victory, right? A victory and recognition in financial matters. So you may be coming into some type of windfall, or your gut feeling, something that you felt that would happen, or you imagine happening, or something that like people that invest in the stock market, right? They study charts, and with the ups and downs of certain stocks, your gut feeling could be right. Okay. Yeah, financial success is the Six of Wands. You may receive some type of acknowledgement also at work for your some kind of recognition for your hard work. All right. Whether it's a promotion or a successful investment, you'll be achieving some type of financial goal at this time. And here you are at the Two of Cups. Okay, the Two of Cups is about partnership and collaboration. Okay, in a financial reading, the card is about working with others that can multiply your finances. And it's very beneficial in for financial outcomes. Okay. It also implies, harmony or harmonious business relationship, dealing or shared investments of some sort that can bring prosperity to you and your partner, or all parties involved. Because here's the Queen of Cups also, right? And the Queen of Cups is about intelligence and compassion in financial decisions. Tune into your emotions while not navigating your financial situation. Okay, use empathy when you're dealing with others, and especially in finances. People can be very emotional when it comes to their coins, and so give, and it's also telling you where the compassion comes in with this card is to give back also. Okay, when we do well, it's good to give back, because the universe, and however you look at it, whatever your religious or spiritual belief is, it works through us, right? God works through us. The universe works through us. Okay, so give back to people in need. All right, and here you are at the Seven of Wands. All right, it's about standing your ground, and you may have some competition at work, or some type of challenges in finances that may be coming your way. Remember, this reading is a general reading. It's a collective reading. Okay. In a financial context, it's about, you facing hurdles. Okay. And you're going to persevere. You will persevere. The card highlights also the importance of defending your position and being confident in your financial choices, okay, and your strategies at this time. Okay, Cancer, that is money. So money's coming. Let's go to love. I like to break the monthlies up so you at least know where your challenges lie, when we do like just one big reading, it can be a bit confusing. So I prefer to just break it up into personal growth, money, and then love. All right, so we know what we need to work on specifically. Okay. You have the Judgment. This is your first card. The Tower. Eight of Swords. Remember that the Tower is not just an ending, it's also a beginning, okay? King of Wands. Ten of Swords. The Magician. And a Fool. Okay, well, the Judgment actually sets the stage for this love reading, okay? Cancer. You know, if you're going through some type of breakup, no, it may not just be another casual breakup, okay? It's a final verdict. It's done. Okay. You'll have a moment of absolute clarity, you know, where the truth of the relationship is going to be revealed to you, and you'll have to make a decision. Okay. And once you make the decision, it cannot be undone. Okay. It's a spiritual and emotional reckoning. And here's the Tower. The Tower is an ending. Okay, so again, from your decision, it's an end. You know, it's basically an execution of judgment, of the Judgment card. Okay, for someone out there, you know, the foundation of the relationship will end suddenly. You know, it's a shocking event or some type of revelation. It's gonna take place. You know, every impression, all impressions that you may have had with this, your connection with your person, it's gonna end. I'm sorry. Okay, it's gonna be shattered. However you view this person, something's gonna happen where it's gonna shatter your view of this person. You know, and the structure that you've built is just going to be destroyed. You know, it's going to collapse into chaos. You know, it's going to be painful, but the destruction of, you know, something that was already unstable or not, or built on, you know, or built on a lie or lies. You know, and yes, but it's also a new beginning, okay? Eight of Swords. You know, it's about the state of mind of the person, you know, how they're dealing, how they're going to deal with this breakup. You know, whether it's you or your person, you know, they're going to feel stuck and powerless. You know, and helpless, you know, unable to see a way out. There's just no way out. It is what it is, you know. And, you know, there's going to be fair because, you know, maybe whomever this reading is for may have been with the person for a long time. But fair denial and refusal to accept is not going to change the state. You know, and warning signs may have been there, but, you know, the warning signs was there, which led to the tower moment. Okay. It's the King of Wands. You know, it's the force behind the change. You know, this person who has a vision of confidence, okay, and decisive energy to initiate the judgment. So somebody is gonna say enough is enough. That's it. I'm done. You know, there's no coming back from whatever it is. Wow. You know, whether it's you or the other person, you know, it's gonna. You know, this person's ready for change. They're gonna be the one because they know that they're an authority or have the ability to just walk away. They have the confidence to walk away. You know, there's no back. There's only forward. You know, they're gonna. The King of Wands is also an agent of transformation. You know, they're taking charge. You know, of the direction their life is gonna go. And if you have the Ten of Swords, absolutely rock bottom. Like I said, it may not be you. You may be the decision maker. Could be your person, the feeling of your person. But it's for this reading is for someone. You know, Ten of Swords is absolutely rock bottom. You know, it's the final end. That's it. It's done. The relationship is over. You know, I'm sorry to bring these news, guys. I'm just, you know, don't kill the messenger. All right. You know, there's no doubt with the Ten of Swords is done. Okay. You know, there's a feeling of betrayal also, okay, with these Ten of Swords, right? As you can see, it's a feeling of betrayal also. And devastation. It's like the whole world just ended, just crumbled. You know, all hope for the old situation is gone. All right? Just complete, it's complete acceptance. Just accept it. You know, there's nothing that can be done at this point. And here, remember, this is a journey, okay? Just a journey. And here's the Magician. You know, it's the first step forward in the aftermath of the destruction, okay, of the tower. In the aftermath of the Ten of Swords. All right? The card is you reclaiming, or whomever, reclaiming their personal power. It's the realization that, you know, you have the tools and the willpower necessary to build a new reality for oneself, you know, from the wreckage. Sometimes we'll maybe stuck in our heads for a little while, but we have to pick up and move on, okay? Because life will go on without us, right? Life goes on, whether we're hurt, whether we're happy, whether we're stuck, whether we're living under a bridge, in a box. Life goes on, okay? But you have the tools, you have the willpower to move on and to build something new and beautiful for yourself. Okay? You know, it also is telling about you may not, you know, you have to stop feeling sorry for yourself also. Okay, whether you're on the receiving end. You know, start becoming the creator of your next chapter. Right? That's what the Magician does. It's a creation. It's an action card. And here's the Fool, the new beginning, right? You know, see the ultimate outcome of this. You know, after the destruction and reclaiming, one's power, you're ready to step off a cliff into the unknown, right? It's the Fool. A complete new beginning, a leap of faith, unburdened by the past, or what kept you stuck, or unhappy, or whatever it is. You're going to be unburdened by it. It's in the past. Keep moving forward. All right? A leap of faith, unburdened. Okay? Unburdened by the past. Open to whatever is next. The Fool is about returning to one's innocence and freedom. Okay? And the potential of starting something amazing. Starting a new life with a clean slate. Having learned whatever lesson we had to learn here. From the entire painful process. Okay? There's hope. There's hope. So this card is hope and a new beginning. It's there and it's waiting. It's there for you. Okay? Okay, Cancer, that is your love reading. I'll pull this card. This reading was a bit intense. I'll pull a cosmic energy card to just see what the universe is saying. What it's saying for you. Meditation. Meditation connects you to your inner self. And you'll need that at this time, Cancer. I wish you all well. Thank you for stopping by. Positive vibes to all of you. Until next time.